Okay, so this is the Sirene Island Sirene boss fight. She is weak to dark and ice. Yeah, ice and dark. So I'm going to be using Sciel, who's dark, Verso, who has an ice weapon, and then Minoko, which has dark as well. And a lot of physical, but he's got a lot of breaking stuff. So a lot of the pictos are counterattack pictos and breaking pictos, along with a few energizing starts and stuff. Occasional healing parry. Rewarding mark kind of stuff. The rest, dealer's choice. The only one I'm going to tell you that you really should have to make your life easier is anti-charm. Definitely have anti-charm. You can get it by defeating the Tisseur guy, which is an optional boss along the way. He's the one that's standing there sewing. He's right at the sewing atelier flag, so he's pretty quick to get back to if that's something that you want to go get. Else, just make sure and either dodge or parry the attack that applies the charm, because it pretty much knocks you out. Once you get charmed, you self-destruct, so you definitely don't want to get charmed. You definitely want the anti-charm. And then we're using a dark weapon for him, an ice weapon for Verso, and a dark weapon for Sciel. And then as far as their things go, basically marking card is going to be a big one for her. And then for him, I chose the ones that use the weapon's element, so that I can have ice attacks. We're going to be using Blitz, Marking Shot, and maybe one of these two. And then for him, I have a break skill for each of the mask types. Heavy, caster, agile, and balanced. So I have one of each, and then I have a healing, and then ice, but she does take ice damage. She's weak to ice. I did not notice that the slow really slowed her down too much, so maybe if that's stacked with something else, it'll have a benefit. But at any rate, so this is the setup. Okay, so I'll put her attacks in the description, and I will also put a link to a video where I stay alive long enough to see all of her attacks, because this is just how I got through the fight, so I'm not sticking around to see every single potential hit or anything like that. This is just my build and how I got through her. So check that if you want to see more moves than what are available here. Check the description. There will be a link to a video in there.
Let's carve a path.
Okay, we're going to start by moving up to C. And we'll do medium ice. Oh wait, that's C. We're going to mark, because it's C. There we go. I knew I wanted something in C. Okay, we're going to dodge these. Dodge, dodge. Or parry, you can parry.
It's locked on you.
Okay, this has an audio cue. Parry. You hear this boom, boom, and then parry. It's the easiest one to counterattack, is that. And it happens often enough that it's going to make a difference. And that's the attack why you want the anti-charm on, in case you miss it. Because if you miss it, the person's pretty much gone. You know, you might have to like revive them or something like that, but at any rate, it's just easier to have the anti-charm on. Okay, so we are going to mark her again.
My cup is full.
Alright, so we're in balanced. So I am going to use the Maisonneuse Vengeance, which I got from the Visage Islands. It's a nice one. Does very high, nice damage. Okay, dance becomes frantic. Okay, let's move. Do I have enough to get to... Hang on, what do I need? Nope. We'll just mark again because we're still in C. So we'll mark with ice.
Marked.
Look out.
Okay, Grand Ballet. This is a 5-hit. Her ballerinas are going to stand in front. They're going to move to the right of the screen and then whoosh across. So you want to like dodge or parry when they go right. And just before here. Dodge. I miss that one every time. Dodge. 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 And then this one's a slow little dodge. So that's like when you do it. Okay. Hear the audio cue. Parry.
Here we go.
Okay, we're going to do Phantom Blade, which can break. Looks like her break bar is pretty full. And it'll consume the 10 foretell that we have on there. Okay, we're back in balanced again. Did break her, and she does say she's stunned. So, but we'll do balanced. Actually, you know what? I take that back. We'll do Contortionist, which I also got in Visage Island, because then this will heal where we missed the dodge. It's also a pretty good one.
Minoko, get ready.
Okay, listen to the audio cue. Parry.
Ready to strike.
Okay, we're still in C, and it doesn't have a lot of AP, so we're going to do a still marking shot.
Target locked.
Okay, Twilight. Oh, no, back. What am I doing? Oh, we have a gradient attack. I didn't even realize I had a gradient attack. Alright, I do like her attacks. They are in dark damage, which she is weak to.
Time to strike.
And we were in Twilight, so it was like added bonus. And so then we'll do Sealed Fate, which is going to consume some of that 20. Here we go. So if you want to see any of the turns or, you know, her attacks that weren't shown in this fight, again, check the description. I'll put a link to a video that has all of her moves in it. And you can check it out there. So there you go. Okay, so the picto we got was called Energizing Turn. It's 1 AP on turn start, so we're definitely going to be mastering that. And then we also got a weapon for Sciel called the Tisseron. Extend Twilight by 1 turn on using a Moon skill. Plus 50% Twilight damage increase on using a Sun skill. And Twilight duration is increased by 1 at level 10 and level 20. Play again when entering Twilight state. So there you go. There's Sirene. I'm like blanking on her name. Anyway, there you go.